Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I will be fighting a 1,500-point battle between my Dark Angels and Kyle's Eldar. He is running the Biel-Tan. So the story that we've got going on here is that the Imperium had taken over this planet, had taken over this planet and had moved in to take it for the Emperor, and it turns out that this was millennia ago a Biel-Tan planet, and the Biel-Tan, finding out that the monkey had moved in onto their planet, decided that they wanted it back. Even though they hadn't been on this planet for many years, they still wanted it back because it was theirs, and that's just the way it is. So they moved in and took over the planet, and we're reestablishing it as a Biel-Tan planet, and the Dark Angels were sent in a very fast force to go see if they could strike quick and get them off the planet before they could reestablish themselves and control of this planet. So today we are going to be playing, that's the story we're going to be playing, we are going to be playing Frontline Warfare, which is one of the new missions from Chapter Approved. It is actually the first of the Eternal War missions that are going on. So what happens in this one is that there are 4 objectives. 1 back here in my deployment zone, 2 in the middle there that we place, and then 1 back in his deployment zone, which is back over there. And they are worth, at the end of the game, they are worth 1 point if it's in your deployment zone, 2 points if it's in the middle 2 there, and it's worth 4 points if you control the one in your enemy's deployment zone. So that's the story, and that's the mission that we've got going on. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting it out today. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running an Outrider detachment. Leading off the detachment is an Interrogator Chaplain on a bike and a Librarian on a bike with a Force Sword. We have a 5-man bike squad with 2 plasma guns. We have a 7-man Black Knight squad. We have a Dark Shroud with a heavy bolter. We have an attack bike with a multi-melta. We have 2 land speeders, one with an assault cannon and a heavy bolter, the other with an assault cannon and a heavy flamer. We have a Ravenwing apothecary. And last but not least, we have a Dark Talon. And for the Eldar running Biel-Tan, he'll be running a battalion. Leading off that battalion, we have an Autarch Skyrunner with a laser lance and a Farseer with a shuriken pistol and singing spear. We have 2 5-man Dire Avenger squads, both with Avenger shuriken catapults and plasma grenades, and 1 has an Exarch with 2 catapults. We have a 10-man Guardian squad with shuriken catapults and a support weapon with star cannon. We have 6 striking Scorpions with chainswords, Manda blasters, and shuriken pistols, and the Exarch has a Scorpion's Claw. We have 6 Howling Banshees with power swords and shuriken pistols, and the Exarch has an Executioner. We have an 8-man squad of Warp Spiders with Death Spinners, and the Exarch has 2 Death Spinners. We have 4 Shining Spears with laser lances, and the Exarch has a Star Lance. We have 10 Swooping Hawks with Las Blasters, and the Exarch has a Hawk's Talon. We have 2 Wave Serpents with Twin Scatter Laser, Shuriken Cannon, Crystal Targeting Matrix, and Spirit Stones. And last but not least, we have a Crimson Hunter Exarch with 2 Bright Lances and a Pulse Laser. Alright, so those are the armies that are going to be fighting. Going over deployment now, we've got my attack bike on the right here, along with the 2 land speeders. They're separate units, but they're just deployed over here together. I've got my bike squad here. I've got my Dark Shroud. I've got my Apothecary, my Interrogator Chaplain, and my Librarian behind a squad of the Black Knights, and I've got my Dark Talon up over here. Going over deployment now for the Eldar. We've got his Exarch flyer over here. We've got a, what's it called? Wave Serpent, and inside of there are the Howling Banshees, right? He's got his Guardian squad all up in that building over there. We've got the, what are the sky? No, Shining Spears over here surrounding his Farseer. Autarch, sorry, not Farseer. Getting all this Xeno stuff right, I can't do it. So that's his Autarch on the sky right there. Then we've got his other, he's got his other Wave Serpent over here. Inside of there are the 2 Dire Avenger squads and the Farseer. Got it right that time. And then in reserves, he's got like everything else. So he's got his swooping hawks, he's got his warp spiders, and he's got his striking scorpions. So yes, as of right now, the Eldar will be going first unless I can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6. Show me that fill first. Yeah, with the fill first. Woo! Off to a good start. All right, so we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. My bike's back here stood still. He advanced up there, rolled a 1 for his advance, and then spent a command point to re-roll it, rolled another 1, so that's where he stands. These guys all advanced up that way. He moved up over here. These guys all moved up over that way, and that is it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the psychic phase. You got it. All right, so the first thing he's going to do is he's going to cast Smite onto his guardians over there. So looking for a 5. Ooh, getting it with an 11. Do you want to try to deny it? Do you have any? Oh, you don't have. Oh, he's inside. His own Psyker's inside there. So D6 mortal wounds, 3 mortal wounds. And now he's going to cast Aversion onto his Shining Spears over there. That does not go off. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting off the shooting, my attack bike is going to attack into his Wave Serpent over there. So the green is going to be the Multi-Melta, black is going to be the Bolter. Sorry, Twin Bolter. So these are going to be hitting on, the Bolter is going to be hitting on 3s, and the whatchamacallit, Multi-Melta is going to be hitting on 4s because he moved. All right, that's what I like to see. Strength 8, so wounding on 3s, wounding on 5s. All right, so we've got 1 regular and then 1 AP minus 4. Okay, 3 up. Nope, so that goes 3, so he takes 1 wound from this, and then this is going to be D6 wounds. Oh, D6 minus 1 because of Serpent Shield. Is it to a minimum of 1? All right, so D6 minus 1. 2. So it takes 1 wound from that too. So 2 wounds onto him. Oh, and he's got 2 Spirit Stone saves. No, so those both go in. All right, so now my land speeder over here is going to fire into his Guardian Squad there. He's going to spend 1 command point on his Celestial Shield, which gives him a 4+ invul save for the rest of the shooting phase. And now his Autarch has the ability to, on a roll of a 6, gain back that command point. No, so he doesn't gain it back, but he does have a 4-up invul save. So now I've got 6 shots from my Assault Cannon, hitting on 4s because I moved. All right, wow, really good. These are strength 6, so wounding on 2s. All right, so we got 4 wounds, AP minus 1, so 4-up invul save. Makes 2 of them, so 2 go down. All right, so now my other land speeder is going to fire into his Guardian Squad there. Greens are going to be the Assault Cannon, blacks are going to be the Heavy Bolter, hitting on 4s because of him moving. Alrighty, wow, that is real special. I'm doing well here. So the greens are going to be wounded on 2s, blacks are going to be wounding on 3s. Alrighty. All right, so we've got 4 AP minus 1. So these are going to be 4 4-ups. I will. Yep, 4 4-ups. Makes 1 of them, so another 3 are dead. Yes. All right, so now my Black Knights are going to fire into his Shining Spears over there. He is going to spend 2 command points on Lightning Fast Reflexes, which is for any friendly Asuryani infantry or Asuryani unit that with the fly keyword, and he's going to be -1 to hit. So he's going to try to see if he can get them back. So he's got 2 D6s looking for 6s. Nope, does not get them back. But now, because I've advanced and because he's -1 to hit, these guys are going to be hitting on 5s, and I told him I am not supercharging, so I'm not going to be killing myself on 3s. So here we go. Looking for 5s. Got a few. I'll take. Yeah. Actually, it was really good that you got. There's a lot of 4s in there that you that you would have been hit with. So we've got 5 hits, strength 7, so wounding on 3s. All right, so we've got 4 wounds, AP -3. 4-up invul against shooting, so 4 4-ups, making 2 of them. All right, so now my Dark Talon's going to fire. He's going to fire his Hurricane Bolters into the Shining Spheres, and he's going to fire his Rift Cannon into his Wave Serpent over there. So we're going to go with the Hurricane Bolters first into the Shining Spears. He's in rapid fire range, so I've got 24 shots that are coming here because he's got 2 Hurricane Bolters on him. So he's going to be hitting on 4s because he's -1 to hit because of that stratagem that he played there. Ooh, that's a lot of 3s in there. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so now they're toughness 4, strength 4, so wounding on 4s. Alrighty. We've got 3 wounds, so 3, they're in cover, so it's going to be 3 2-ups, right? 3 up? Oh, there, 4-up armor. All right, so 3 3-ups. Makes 2 of them, so 1 dead. Takes a wound, not dead. And now the Rift Cannon is going to fire into his Wave Serpent over there, so D3 shots. 3 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s because it's heavy and he moved, and the Wave Serpent has fly, so my strafing run doesn't come into effect. So 3 shots hitting on 4s. I got 2 hits, strength 10, so wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds. I'm going to spend a command point on that one. Oh, of course. So we got 1 wound, AP minus, whoa, 1 second. All right, so it's AP -3, so he gets 6 up. No, goes through, so that's 3 damage. And let's, 2 damage because of the wave, because it's -1 there. So let's see if my, let's see the Spirit Stones. Nope, so that goes through. So he's got 2 damage because of, he had the Serpent Shield, and then those were the Spirit Stone try to saves. So now we're going to see if the Rift Vortex takes effect. With a 4, it does. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so it's an additional D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds. So he's got his 2, nope, no, the Spirit Stones did not save it. So an additional 2 wounds. And now my Ravenwing Apothecary is going to fire into his Singing Spears over there, hitting on 5s. Getting 1 hit. Made a difference, that -1. So 1 hit, looking for a 3 to wound. Nope, no wound there. All right, so that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here. At the end, we just have the 1 morale test onto his Guardians there. They lost 8 plus 6. Nope. That's the 6 that you were looking for before. His first 6. So that is, that squad runs away, and that is First Blood. And we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 1. All right, movement phase here for the Eldar in turn 1. His flyer flew up this way and then used Vector Dancer to turn over this way. His Howling Banshees got out of the Wave Serpent there. The Wave Serpent stayed still back there. All of his bike guys are coming up there, looking on my poor Black Knights. Then he's got his the Dark Knights. I'm Batman. His Dire Avengers got out of the Wave Serpent over there, moving up over this way, along with the Farseer. His Warp Spiders dropped in over there. His Striking Scorpions dropped into cover over here, and surprise! And then his Swooping Hawks, thank you. Swooping Hawks dropped in over this way. That's it for the movement phase. At the end of the movement phase, when they drop in, or is it like when they drop in, or if they've moved over a unit during the movement phase, they can choose a unit that's within 12 inches. So he's going to choose my attack bike there, and he gets to roll a die for every model in the unit. So in this case, it's just 1. And on a 6, it causes a mortal wound. So looking for a 6? No, not getting it. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so starting off, he's going to cast Doom onto my bikers over there. So looking for a 7. Nope, not getting it. He's got Runes of the Farseer, so he gets to re-roll that. Ooh, and he does get it, so they are doomed. Doomy, doomy, doom. Doom, doom, doom. Oh, I get to deny it. Yeah, I think I'm within 24 there. So I'm going to try to deny it, so that's a 7, because I really don't want them. Just 24, yeah. So I don't want him to be doomed, but he's not within 12, so I don't get +1 to this. So I'm looking for a an 8 on the roll. Ooh, so close. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a command point to re-roll that. Yeah, denied. Woo! And now he is going to smite into my land speeder there. Go. No, go no. Oh, maybe I should have saved my deny for that one. Goes off with an 11. So, D6 mortal wounds. Getting 4 mortal wounds. Brutal! Alright, so now his Swooping Hawks are going to fire into my attack bike. He's got 36 shots with the Strength 3 guns that they've got there that are going to be going in. So he's going to roll 20 at first, and then we'll come back with the other one. So looking for 3s to hit. Alright, we'll come back to that. Alright, and these are Strength 3, so wounding on 5s. We've got 1, 2, 3, 6. So we're going to do, I'll just do the 6 saves for that, may as well. So 6, 3 AP Nothing, so 6 3-up saves. Make all but 1. And then the other 16, hitting on 3s. Alright. Fair number of misses there. And now wounding on 5s. We've got 1, 2. So 2 3-ups. And I'll make them both. Woo! And now the Exarch. He's got a strength, what is his? Strength 5 weapon. So these are going to be wounding on 4s. Getting 1. AP, nothing, so 3-up. Nope, he takes a wound. And now his striking scorpions are going to shoot into him. We're going to do the regular guys first, right? Oh, it's all the same. So they've all got the same profile. These are shuriken weapons, so Biel-Tan lets him reroll 1s for this. So these are going to be hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. You got a bunch of 2s. That's rough. Strength 4, so looking for 5s. Got 2 wounds. AP, nothing, so 2 3-ups. Failed 1. And now his warp spiders are going to fire 3, and the Exarch are going to fire into my attack bike, and then the other 4 are going to fire into my land speeder there. These are the ones into the attack bike, hitting on 3s. All right, these are not, are these shuriken? Nope, not shuriken. So now wounding on 5s. Oh, strength 6, so wounding on 3s. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 4 AP minus nothing. So 4 3-ups. Woof! Failed enough for him to die. And now the other guys are going to fire into my land speeder over here. So hitting on 3s. Not rerolling 1s because they aren't shuriken. And now wounding on strength 6, so wounding on strength 6 4s. That's right. So it's 1 wound, but it is AP minus 4, so that just goes through. It's just 1 damage. All right, 1 damage. So now the squad on the right there are going to fire into my land speeder. This is the one with the Exarch, so he's got 2 of these. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Ooh, no 1s. Well, yeah, no 1s. I was looking for a bright side, there was none there. These are strength 4, so looking for 5s to wound. We got 1 2 wounds, no 6s though. So that's 2 3-up saves. Well, he's he's dead. Does he blow up? No, he does not. But yeah, he did. And now the other squad here is going to fire into my other land speeder. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the shuriken. They are shuriken, and their Biel-Tan gets them to reroll 1s. So now these are going to be wounding on 5s. So we've got 1 5. All right, 1 3-up. Wow.
No AP, D3 damage.
And now his Farseer is going to throw his spear at my land speeder, hitting on a 2. That's a hit, wounding on a 2. That's a wound. AP minus nothing, so looking for a 3-up. Yeah, with the 3. All right, so now his Wave Serpent's going to fire into him. We're going to go with the Scatter Lasers first. These are going to be hitting on 3s because he didn't move. All right, these don't get to reroll 1s. These are the Scatter Lasers. And this is going to be Strength 6. So looking for 4s to wound. So we got 2 wounds. AP nothing, so 2 3-ups. Failed 1. And now the underslung shuriken cannon. These are going to be hitting on, reroll that one.
6 and
So,
reroll 1s.
And reroll 1s because of shuriken. So still a miss. So we got 2 hits. Strength 6. So that is 1 minus 3 and 1 regular. So the minus 3 one, looking for a fill first. Nope. And then the minus nothing does make that one. So now his Exarch Flyer is going to fire into my Dark Talon over here. So he's going to be hitting on 4s, right? Or
hits on 2s normally.
Hits on 2s normally. -1 because he moved their heavy weapons, and -1 because it's hard to hit. So these are going to be hitting on 4s. Making 1. This is the pulse laser. So strength 8. So looking for a 3 to wound. That is a wound. AP minus 3. So looking for a 6-up save. Show me that fill first. No fill face there. So that's just 3 damage. All right. And now the, which ones are these ones? These are the Bright Lances they're going to fire now. So these are going to be hitting on 4s. Got 1 hit. All right.
Yes.
He's going to spend a command point to reroll that. Okay, there you go. Got 2 hits.
And I'll I'll re-roll to see if I get it
Oh,
back.
yeah, so now he's going to roll. We'll re-roll in a second to see if he gets it back. But for now, these are 2 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. Oof. Re-rolling the wounds, though, because of him. 1 second. So now he gets a re-roll because of Sky Hunter, because he has Fly Rule. So he still gets 1 wound there. AP -4, so that's just going to go straight through 2 damage. And then to see if he gets back for that command point that he used through the re-roll. No, does not get back. All right, so now the Howling Banshees are going to fire into my bikes over here. So we've got 5 shots because the Exarch has the Executioner. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of the Biel-Tan. Wounding on Strength 3, so wounding on 5s. Strength 4 is still wounding on 5s. So we got 2 wounds. 1 is at -3, so 1 is going to be a 5-up invul save because they advance with Jink. Nope, didn't matter. Then we've got the 3-up armor save. That makes it with a fill phase. Woo! All right, so now his Autarch. Sorry, I don't know why. All these arcs. Autarch is going to fire into my bike. So we've got his twin catapults hitting on 2s, re-rolling because of either Biel-Tan or himself, either which one. So that's 4 hits. Strength 4, right? So wounding on 5s. No wounds there. And now here comes his laser lance. So hitting on a 2, that's a hit. Wounding on a wounding on a 3. No wound there. All right, so now his Shining Spears are going to fire into my bikes. He chose with his Warlord trait, which is the natural leader, that he chose them, so they get to reroll everything, not just the 1s to hit here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Which ones are these ones? These are the catapults. So, all right, re-roll those because of the Warlord trait, all but 1, which is pretty good. These are Strength 4, so wounding on 5s. 6s are AP -3. So we got 2 6s, 3 6s, and a 5. So we've got AP -3, right? So they're going to be 5-up invul saves from these ones. Make 2 of them, which is not bad. And then I've got 1 3-up save to make for the other one. And make it with a fill phase. Woo! And now they're going to fire their lances into them. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of the trait. All right, so that's 3 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 3s.
2 are Strength 6.
Oh, 2 are Strength 6, 1 Strength 8. Everything's wounded on 3s, though. That's right. I knew there was some reason he said that. All right, so that's 2 wounds. AP -4, so we got 2 5-up invul saves because of Jink. And I failed them both, and it's 2 damage each. That is 2 dead bikers. Brutal. All right, so now his other Wave Serpent's going to fire into my flyer over here. So we're going to go with the Pulse Laser on top first.
Yeah, I wish.
Scatter Laser. Sorry, not Pulse Laser. Scatter Laser, the other laser, the less scary laser. Hitting on 3s because he didn't move. 4s.
Because you're -1.
Oh, 4s because I'm -1 to hit. Thank you for remembering that. All right. Yeah, he's gonna stop remembering my good stuff. So 2 hits, Strength 6, so wounding on a 4, I believe. So that's got 1 with a 6. That's AP what? AP nothing. So we got 3-up save. What is that? 1 damage? 1 damage. And now the underslung shuriken cannon, hitting on 4s, rerolling that 1s. Those 1s, 2 of them. All right, so that's 2 hits, Strength 6, so wounding on 4s. Nothing there. All right, so now he's actually going to pop his Serpent Shields with him here. So this is going to be, what is it again?
It's on a 2-up, it's D3 mortal
wounds. On a 2-up, D3 mortal
unit.
wounds, which is the nearest unit. So that's a 2-up, so that goes off D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound. And now he is going to go into him. So Serpent Shield popped. That's cocked. That goes off, so D3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds, and he is dead. I don't think he's, well, let's see if he explodes, and then we'll find out if he's close enough. No, he does not. Womp womp. All right, so now that's it for the shooting phase. So on to the assault phase. His Howling Banshees are going to charge into my Black Knights. I cannot overwatch because of their mask, and they are totally in. And now his Autarch is going to charge into my Black Knights, and he is totally in. And the Shining Spears are going to charge in. And they are just in. They were about 3 inches away. All right, so starting out the fight phase, the Autarch is going to start us off here, hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s because of himself, so that's 4 hits. Strength 6, so wounding on 3s. We got 3 wounds.
-4.
AP -4, so that's the Jink's only against it, so it's dead. So that's 2 damage each, so that's 3 dead. Brutal. All right, so now the Howling Banshees are going to go. They are going to be hitting on 3s.
Just in case.
Okay, he's gonna hold it back there.
I don't kill you. I want to leave room for the
Leaves room for the Shining Spears to get in. So these are gonna be hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of the Autark over there.
These are the regular chicks.
These are the regular ones, hitting on 3s, re-rolling those 1s. Alrighty. Pretty good. Well, not as good as I thought. So these are now strength 3, so looking for 5s to wound. We got... What? There we go. So you got 4 wounds. AP -3, so 4 6-ups. Show me them fill faces. Let me see 4 fill faces. Show me them fill faces. No fill faces. So, yeah, he did. Alright, so that is it for the Eldar turn here on turn 1. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. Alright, movement phase here for the Dark Angels. These guys moved up here. He advanced over there. I asked to borrow one of his dice because I was over on the other side of the table there. He's like, are you sure you want to use my dice? I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Why not? So I rolled for his advance and rolled a 1. He warned me. To be fair, he warned me. So, yeah, I rolled a 1 for his advance over there. These guys just moved up over there. He turned and moved over there, and in the process flew over the Howling Banshees there. So now, at the end of the movement phase, he is going to drop his stasis bomb onto the Howling Banshees. So there are 6 in there. So I roll a die for each model in the unit up to 10, and for every 4+, they take a mortal wound. So looking for 4 pluses. Ooh, that is pretty good. So that is 4 dead Howling Banshees. All right, so we're going to start off the Psychic phase now with him casting Mind Worm into his Howling Banshees there. So looking for a 6. Getting it with a 9. Are you going to try to deny it? No, it goes off. Runes of the Farseer. Oh, and he does deny it. Well done. All right, now he's going to cast Smite, which is going to have to go into the Banshees over there. Getting it with 7. So he gets to deny 2, so looking for 7. Getting it with an 11. Holy cow, man, wow! All right, and starting off the shooting phase, my Librarian is going to fire into his Howling Banshees there, so I've got 4 shots hitting on 3s. Alrighty, it's all hits. Strength 4, toughness 3. Wounded on 3s. We got 2 wounds. AP nothing, so 2 4-ups, and he makes them both. And now my Interrogator Chaplain is going to fire into them as well. That is all hits. Wounding on 3s. We got 3 wounds, 3 4-ups. Failed 1 of them. It's a 4-up, so we failed 2 of them. All right, so now my Biker's here going to fire into his Shining Spears. He's going to spend the 2 command points for lightning fast reactions. So let's see if he gets those back. Looking for 6s. No, does not get them back. So he's out of command points. So now here we go. They're going to be shooting their the twin bolters first. These are going to be hitting on 4s since it's -1 to hit. Okay, we'll come back to you with that. All right, and wounding on 4s. We've got, wow, 6 wounds there. So 6 4-ups or 3-ups? 1 second. All right, so it's 6 3-ups here. Whoa, makes all but 1. All right, now the plasma are going to fire. They are going to supercharge, so I'm going to be hitting on 4s. 1s and 2s will kill me. So here we go, the first guy. Oh, so 1 hit and 1. I'm going to spend my last command point on that one. All right, so that's 2 hits. And then the second guy. He will be dead, but he did get the 3rd. So that the spend those 2 command points works. So it killed one of my guys there. But I got 3 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 2s. Oh. Whew. What? Why? No. No. All right, so 1 wound. 4-up invul save. Oh, at least he didn't make it. So he's going to put it on the X-Arc so that is down to 1 wound on that X-Arc. So pretty brutal. All right, so now my Dark Talon is going to fire his Hurricane Bolters into his Dire Avenger squad there, and he's going to fire the Rift Cannon into his Wave Serpent over here. So we're going to go with the Hurricane Bolters into the Dire Avenger squad. We got 24 shots coming in here, hitting on 3s because he's down to 4 on hitting a ballistic skill 4 with the wounds that he's taken, +1 because of strafing run. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, I'm wounding on 3s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so we had 16 wounds there. So now he's going to be 4 up, so he's going to do this twice. Failed 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you've got to, 5. Oh, he failed 5. So that is the squad dead. And now the Rift Cannon over here. D3 shots. 3 shots with a fill first there. So these are going to be hitting on 5s because he's fly, so I don't get strafing run. 4s, ballistic skill, and he moved and it's heavy. So looking for 5s to hit. Getting 1. Wounding on a 3. That's a wound. AP -3. Oh, yeah. So he's 6 up. No, goes through. So that's 3 damage onto him. And then let's see if the Rift Cannon goes off. It does. So that's going to be on a 4 up instead of a 3 up. Yeah, the Rift Cannon goes down to a 4 up. So he's so that does go off. So it's D3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds. So he takes 6 wounds. That's crazy. So now he's got the Spirit Stones because I was thinking Serpent Shields, looking for 6s. So he saves 2. So he takes 4 wounds. All right. So now my my Apothecary here is going to fire into the Shining Spears. He's not going to supercharge because I don't feel like killing him. So I've got 2 shots there. These are going to be hitting on 4s because it's -1 to hit because of the stratagem that he popped over there. See, that would have been dead, so I made the right call. Strength 7, looking for a 3 to wound. That's a wound. Oh, and he's good with a 6 up save. All right, so now my that's it for the shooting phase. So onto the assault phase. My Interrogator Chaplain is going to charge into his Autarch over there. So Overwatch coming in here. These are the catapults. Looking for 6s. Nope, re-rolling because of... Oh, no, there were no 1s there. Doesn't he get to re-roll because of himself? Or it's 1s again? All right, and now the Shining Spear. Re-rolling 1s. Nope, not there. So, his charge distance, yeah, is totally in. And then the Apothecary is totally in. Barely. I shouldn't say totally, but he is in. And then the Librarian is totally in. All right, so we'll move them in and... Ooh, yeah, okay. We'll come... 1 second. And now these guys are going to charge into his Shining Spears. So here come their catapults first.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s. Getting 1 hit. Strength, what is it? Nothing. So there's no wound there.
Strength 4. But
Strength 4, so no wound. And now the Lances. Rerolling 1s. Oh no. Oh! No! 1 hit.
wounded on a 3.
Wounded on a 3. That's a wound.
-4.
AP -4, so that's just dead, right? Because it's 2 damage, so boop. And their charge distance is, wow. That's when the 6s come up. All right, fair enough. All right, so starting off the fight phase, my Librarian is going to go first into his Autarch there. So I've got 3 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 4s because he's -1 to hit because of his relic, which is, what is it, Shimmering Plume or something? Shimmering Plume. So hitting on 4s. Close enough. Wow. That is... I mean, even if he didn't have the Shimmering Plume, I would not be hitting anything there. Oh, wait, no! Within range of the Apothecary, of the what's his face? The Interrogator Chaplain. So re-rolling. Hey, there we go. I got, oh, still, that would have been nice. So 1 hit, wounding on a 4. You know what? Man. All right, so now my Apothecary is going to attack in. He's going to be 3 attacks hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s and 2s. Don't get to reroll that 3 because it would have been a hit before the -1. But getting to reroll, so that's 2 hits. Strength 5 because he's got a Corvus Hammer. That's 2 wounds and 6s. So these are going to be D3 wounds if he doesn't save them. AP -1. But he makes both of them, right? No. Is he only? He's only 4 up.
He has a 3 up save and a 4 up invuln.
Oh, he's got a 4 up invuln. Okay, so that goes through. One of them goes through. D3 wounds. 3 wounds with a fill face. And now my Interrogator Chaplain's going to attack in. He's got 3 attacks hitting on 3s because it's -1 to hit. Rerolling 1s, not rerolling that 2. So it's Yeah, but the 2, he hits on 2, so the 2 would have, yeah. So 2 hits, strength +1, wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds, AP -1, 4 ups. Oh, he makes 1, fails 1, 2 wounds, so he's down to 1. Cool. And now my bikers are going to attack in. They've got 1 attack each. The sergeant has an extra attack, and the sergeant has a chainsword, so that's going to be an extra attack again. So we got 5 attacks coming from them. These are going to be hitting on 3s because he doesn't have. They're not -1 to hit, and those reflexes were only for shooting. Rerolling because they are within 6 of the interrogator chaplain. All right. Wounding on 4s. We got 3 wounds. AP nothing. Makes all but 1, so he fails 1. So that is going to be the, that guy did, okay. Now his Shining Spear is going to activate, so he's got 2 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s because of the Autarch. All right, that's 2 hits, strength 3, so wounding on 5s. No wounds there. And now the Autarch's going to attack into my Apothecary over there. So he's got hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s because of himself. So he got 3 hits, strength 3, so looking for 5s to wound. No wounds there. And that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 2. So we've got 1 leadership test to take for the Banshee there. So he lost 5 guys, so 5 plus 2 is 7, and she is good. All right, so we will come back to you after movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 2. All right, movement phase here for the Eldar on turn 2. He moved across over this way. These guys fell back out of combat over to here. He moved up over this way. The Wave Serpents moved a little bit over there. These guys, they kind of stood still, or they moved? Oh no, they moved up over here to surround his Farseer. His Warp Spiders did their, it's not flicker jump, is it? Warp jump, and jumped up over here 22 inches, which is brutal. The Striking Scorpions are moving up over this way, and the Swooping Hawks are moving up over this way as well. They advanced, right? They advanced. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, now his Farseer is going to start us off with a smite into my flyer, looking for 5. Ooh, Runes of the Farseer. Ah, and it goes off with an 8. I'm going to try to deny it because I want to try to save that guy. Looking for a 9. Nope. So it goes off. D3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds. Does he explode? No, he doesn't explode. He can't even do that for me? He can't even die right? All right. And now he is going to cast Executioner into my bikers over here. So he's looking for a 7. Going off with a 7. So it's D3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds. That's going to kill 1 guy and then do another wound. And because of that, it's going to be doing, what is it? D3, an additional, if you kill the model, it does additional D3 mortal wounds with additional 1 wound. So that kills that guy. All right, so now the Warp Spiders are going to fire into my biker over here. So we've got 18 shots because the Exarch has, what is it? Has 2 weapons there. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right. Should have put the altar. Yeah, no. And these are going to be wounding on strength 6, so wounding on 3s. All right.
You didn't jink, right?
No.
And he's dead.
Okay, because it's because I couldn't have charged. All right, so it's -4, so he is dead. Now his Swooping Hawks are going to fire into my Interrogator Chaplain over there because he's the closest one. Only 6 of the regular guys are in range, so these are going to be their shots, hitting on 3s. All right, pretty good. Actually, really good. You got the 1, 2 over there. All right, and now these are going to be strength 3, right? These are strength 3. Mm-hmm. Wounding on 4s, 5s. Sorry, wounding on 5s. So we've got. All right, so we've got 3, 6, 7 wounds. AP nothing, right? So 7 wounds, AP nothing. So looking for 3 ups. Fail 4 of them. Then he's going to use his Warlord trait of a 6 up, ignoring wounds. Ignored 1 of them, so he takes 3 wounds. And now the Exarch's going to fire with his strength 5 gun, hitting on 3s. They're not. It's not shuriken. So now wounding on 4s because it's strength 5, getting 1 wound. AP nothing, 3 up. Wow. All right, 6 up, ignoring wounds. Oh, all right, takes another wound. And now the Farseer is going to throw his spear at him, hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. AP nothing, so 3 up. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? All right, it's D3 wounds. Oh, 3 wounds. All right. So 3, 6 up. Ignoring wound saves. Come on, show me the fill face. I just want some fill faces. If you show me 2 fill faces, he's alive. If you show me no fill faces, he's dead. If you only show me 1 fill face, he's dead. I need 2 fill faces. 3 fill faces, I'll be very happy. I got 1. Dice. That's just, that's worse. That just rubs it in. That's just rubbing it in. So that is Slay the Warlord. All right, so his shining spear here is going to fire into my apothecary. I think he's the closest one there. He's in range with the shuriken catapult, but not the spear itself.
Everything,
and he's going to put the altar closer. Yeah, because he's going to reroll everything there. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, so that's all hits. Strength 4, so looking for 5s to wound. We got 1 wound. At AP -3, so looking for a 6 up. Show him that fill first. Oh, and I get it with the fill phase. Woo! And now the Dire Avengers are going to fire into my apothecary over there, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Biel-Tan, which is pretty good. Wow, really good. All right, these are now going to be wounding on 5s. All right, so that's 3, just the 3 that are at AP -3, right? So we got 3 6 ups. Show me them fill faces. No, fail them all. And now the Wave Serpent over there is going to fire into my apothecary. So he doesn't suffer the -1 to move because of heavy, because it's the closest model. So these are going to be the scatter lasers hitting on 3s.
4s now because I'm wounded.
Oh, hitting on, no, he's not wounded. Nope, I didn't wound. So hitting on 3s. Strength 6, so wounding on 3s. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. AP minus nothing, right? So 5, 3 up saves. Come on, 3 ups. Oh, I failed 1. It's down to 1. And now the underslung shuriken cannons firing in here, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. Wounding on 3s. Wounding on 3s, -3. So 1's -3. Looking for a fill face. No, I don't get that, so he is dead. All right, so now he's going to fire into my Dark Shroud here. So he's got 2 pulse lasers. These are -1 to hit, so he's going to be hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s. All right, rerolling 1s. No hits there. 2 Bright Lances. 2 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. We got 1 wound. Rerolling because he's got the fly special rule, so that's 2 wounds. AP -4, so those just go straight through. Doing 8 damage, so he's down to 1. Brutal.
You get Rambo.
And now his Wave Serpent's going to fire into my Dark Shroud. So he's the closest model. So here doesn't have a -2 because of moving, but he does have a -1 because of the Dark Shroud being -1 to hit. So that's he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits there. These are strength 6, so looking for 4s to wound. We've got 1, 2, 3 wounds. 3 up saves. And I failed 1. Does he explode? No, he does not. All right, so now that's the end of the shooting phase. His Howling Banshee is going to charge into my Librarian over there. I get no Overwatch because of her special rule. 7 inches, and she is in. Kill her. And now she's going to be attacking in. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. All right, so that's 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds.
-2.
AP -2. So we got 2 5-up saves. Hey, I made both of them. I'll take that. Woo! And now he gets to attack back. So I've got 3 attacks. Hitting on -1 because of the Howling Banshee, because of her Banshee mask. So I got 3 attacks hitting on 4s. I got 1 hit.
No, it's not a ban. It's just her X-Arc ability.
Oh, the X-Arc ability. Sorry. So we got 1 hit. Strength 4, toughness 3. So looking for a 3 to wound. That is a wound. AP -3. So she is dead. All right. All right, and that is it for the Eldar turn here on turn 2. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. All right, so that's his movement is just over there. That is it for movement phase. So we're going to go on to the Psychic phase. He is going to cast he is going to cast Mind Worm onto his Autarch over there. So looking for a 6. Getting it with an 8. You're going to try to deny it? Denies it with a 9, killer. And now he's going to try to smite him. Going off with an 8. Don't do it again. Oh no, but Runes of the Farseer. Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what? All right, on to the shooting phase. He is going to fire into his Autarch. 4 shots, hitting on 3s. Oh no, -1, so hitting on 4s. All right, so we got 2 hits. Strength 4, toughness 4, looking for 4s to wound. That's 2 wounds. 2, 3-ups. Hey, and he failed it, so he is dead, and that is Slay the Warlord. And that's it for the shooting phase. On to the assault phase. He's going to charge into him, so Overwatch from your 1 Shining Spear. No hits from there, and then the spear itself is not a hit. His charge distance is totally in. And now the Librarian is going to try to whack him with his sword. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Oh, there we go, the 2 fill faces. That means something, right? Wounding on 4s. No, it doesn't mean anything. All right, we'll come back to you with his attacks. And now come the attacks from the Shining Spear, hitting on 3s. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. That is 1 wound. AP -4, so that just goes straight through. 2 damage. And he's down to 3. All right, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to call this game because I've got 1 guy with 3 wounds left. He will just move out of there, and then everything else will just wail on my Librarian over here. So, yeah, because they could move and ignore their the heavy penalty. He could move 20 inches and still be well within range of him, and all of these guys over here when we get to the end. So, yeah, that was brutal. I think Ravenwing, they need a little help. So hopefully we'll get that with the new codex that's coming out real soon, and we'll see how that goes. But it was still a ton of fun, and he played it very well. And that goes to show you that going first does not guarantee you the win. A lot of people have been complaining about that, but it's just you need to know how to deploy your units, and you need to be able to know how to. And he thought he was going first. I had to seize on him, but he still deployed his units with going second in mind, which was hold them back there and have the deep strikers that were a threat that made me have to hold guys back here, and I couldn't move everybody up. And he just deployed it well so that I couldn't bring the full the full weight of my shooting against him that first turn. So they're really good. The new Eldar Codex is really good. The Biel-Tan getting to reroll those shuriken weapons, getting a +1 to their leadership. The Warlord trait is super good. Getting the oh yeah. So this is the free rerolling on 1s. Oh yeah, reroll everything. Where you could just choose the friendly unit during the shooting phase. Super good. So Biel-Tan is going to be up there too. Alatak was really good. I faced them before with a -1 to hit outside of 12 inches, like the Ravenwing. The Raven Guard is, yeah, it's awesome. It's really great and makes me excited to finally get my codexes. So we'll see how that goes. But the new mission, I was looking through the missions that they have now from the chapter approved, and they look like a lot of fun. I just picked up the book literally just like minutes before we started playing this game. So that's why we chose this one mission. Would have been a lot of fun if I could have survived a little. But it was a lot of fun just to play in general. But it made me think. It made me think because I didn't want to leave this one completely open because that would have been 4 points for him that he could have deep struck onto. And lost me a point with not holding it. But my force was designed to be really fast and get up in his face, and they couldn't do it because of the way the mission played. So that's pretty awesome the way that comes into it. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think the new missions look like they're going to be a ton of fun. Look really interesting. Have some really cool quirks to them that I think are going to make a really interesting time because they've got new Maelstrom of War ones and new Eternal War ones. So they've got the best of both worlds there for whatever you want to play. So, I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Kyle. Until next time, have fun.